if we assign to unit adults. Error, I guess, doesn't need to do anything. So this is actually us introducing the new thing. This is mutation. This is introducing a new variable. So
what is Kuvi Man talking about ever?
Place. This is like, yeah, let's.
Doesn't even know what he's talking about. I'm trying to figure it out.
Pattern. So this is a pattern. This over here is a pattern, which means that I need to literally just pattern match pattern with
let's see,
the place. But it means, oh wait, hold on, but this means that this is a place, right? So over
a
here,
place?
this expression, this should not be a value, I think.
What is a place? What is a shape? Okay, he's crazy. It's unfortunate. You hate to see it. He's definitely going crazy though. What can you do? You know? It's a bummer. Ooh. Alright, hold on. I need to get my fish going. The only reason I'm streaming is so I can catch some fish, if I'm being honest. That is the whole idea here. Am I getting a Discord message? Okay. I got my fish. I got my drink. I got some C++. My 3 favorite things. What to do? So let's go back to my steps. I need to call this function. And then once I call this function, then I need to call this function. And then once I call this function, I need to call this function. Of course. Of course. So we're on this one. Hello, penguin. Right. All right. So I'm looking for this function. Found it. Okay. And I need to give it 2 things. I give it my manager, which I have, and top level handle, which is, what am I working on today? I'm working on my screen capture software that will eventually plug into Godot and do stuff. Yes. Right. So this is a handle. What is a handle? I can't go to definition on this. We'll see about that. No, I can't. What? What is it? It's a struct of some kind. Foreign top level handle v1. No, no, no. Where the heck is this defined? All right. If I just take this. No. Gotta do the advanced copy paste. No, what? Why not? There we go. Static const that thing. Watch and reload. Build. All right, that didn't work. Okay, the build script needs to not run if it needs to set E. Cool. Better. How do I tell my functions to do this? Oh. Just like that. Can I hold on. Let's ask AI. Maybe AI knows. How can I get my Clang format to look more like the second function and less like the first one? You want to force break invalid argument. Oh, ChatGPT. You crack me up. That's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. Break after function definition return type. Oh, it's deprecated. It's recommended to use the always break after return type. All right, you gotta... but only for top level functions. Okay, but that doesn't do it either. Was it one of these other ones? Did I give it the backwards example? More like the second one, less like the first one? No, it's just not doing it. That didn't work. The reason it didn't work is simple and annoying. Oh, so the answer was you can't do it. If the answer was you can't do it, then why did you tell me that I can? Cool. Helpful. Thanks. Good. I love AI. I love how recently it started explaining why its broken solution works. Yeah. I love how it's not until you tell it that it's not possible that it's like, oh, you know what? It's not possible. Can't be done. Yeah, this is one of the long effects, huh? I think this is the bouncing one. Yeah, bouncy balls. Alright, where were we? I was just gonna put these on their own line because I can't live with the chaos that is them being okay. There we go. Now we're being productive. Now we can see what's going on here. All right. Oh wait, we get a handle here. We get a handle on all of these? Okay. Do we have a handle here? Struct ext foreign top level handle v1 handle. Percent %D on that maybe? Percent %X? Don't know. Oh, what's the issue? Too few arguments on 105. Right, okay. Here we go. We're getting some handles. Good. So here, what is happening here? We're programming. We're doing some screen capture related stuff. Very, very exploratory. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. All right, let's do something hacky for now. Let's make like can we just make demo yeah, does that work? Top level handle. Yeah, we get 1. Perfect. So what I want to do is I want to have this thing call, what was it? This function. And this is source. You know what? Copy all of this. Into here. And then we can just delete that part. That part. Wayland shenanigans. Yes, yes. So this is just manager. And this is handle. And it doesn't working. It's the wrong kind of manager. Don't say that to me. Why is it the wrong kind of manager? Oh, don't tell me my steps are wrong. Foreign top-level image capture source manager. Foreign top-level image capture source manager v1 create source. How is that the wrong kind of manager? What? That should be precisely the right kind of manager. ext foreign top-level image capture source manager. Yeah. Manager? How is it not this thing? Let me read this error. Oh, it's const. Oh. Make it not. I don't know. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we got a handle. Now, we want to say, we got a source, %x. Hey, Stu. Am I gaining traction? I mean, we're doing something completely different. The compiler thing, I think, was not gonna work very well. I don't know. I think I would like to do something related to Cinecore, but I don't think it's going to be the compiler. I think I would like to just write my own program in the assembly at some point. My own little game. But yeah. Going to rewrite bash in Cinecore VM. We could make a shell. That would be fun. Imagine if in the self-test of mine, it you have to add like syscalls. There's a new instruction type. It's syscall. Nah. It would be cool though to have mine like be an extension. Like Mine also does a similar thing where you boot it up and it's like, nope, you need these 5 new instructions. Then you implement those 5 instructions and it's, I don't know. That could be cool. What would be some weird instructions we could have for the VM? We could, I mean, a convenient one would be if you wanted to pack your, well, you can probably already do it, but a convenient one would be just to print a string. You discover new missing instructions as you go, yeah. Oh, that could be crazy. And then you like rerun it from the start and it like does something different. That would be, how would that work? Maybe if you had one that like modified one of the existing instructions, you're like, actually, mod takes 4 arguments now. All right, so we made it to step 2 here, which is exciting. Now we need a session. This is where I'm worried that things are going to start blowing up when I don't free them properly. So if my stream dies, I'll be back. But we need to call this function. Paint cursors or not to paint cursors? That is the question. I wonder if we can change it after the fact. Because on Windows we could. Maybe not though. That might be kind of an issue. It's not a huge issue if I lose my mouse. Yeah, another address space for a screen would be crazy. But I don't think that's the drive. I like it being in the terminal. I don't like how language dependent that becomes. Okay, what am I doing here? I need, what was the function? This one. We make the session. And then we add the listeners. Dang it. What do you return? I don't know. Auto session manager. Sure, get the mouse. Why not? What now? Oh, interesting. Yeah, what file are you from? ext image copy capture. One of these. Okay, I already have those. What? What are you mad about? Is it because I need a pointer? No? Candidate function not viable. Is this a different manager? I swear to God. It's a different manager. Okay. Manager 2. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm speaking to some managers. You know how it goes. Do I not need the struct keyword here? Whatever, we'll keep it. Manager 2. So this one is right here. So I assume we do the same thing for manager 2. We go manager 2. And then we put that in there. And what is this thing? Put this interface thing here. Sure, why not? Oh, this one also. No? Cast was not declared. 90. Right. Manager 2. Okay. We can make the session. So this is just session. And then ooh, what's cast? Oh, this can be null. ext session listener. We're gonna have to go steal that guy. Jesus. Oh my. Have we found out what happens if I make these nil? I mean, I guess we're gonna need them all. Yeah, yep. All right, give me all of them. DMA buff device formats. Done and stopped. All right. All right. All of you, get rid of everything inside. Cool. Okay. In theory, it's capturing my thing. Got buffer size. Width, height. I guess these are U's. Got formats. I don't know. Got device. Don't know what that means, but oh, okay, wait, hold on. SHM format. DMA buff device format. DMA buff device. Session done. Session stopped. All right, what happens here? Nothing. Cool. Not ideal. Why nothing? We got a source. And none of these happened? Really? Oh, don't we have to do a round trip or something? We got a session. Okay, that does happen. I wonder what happens to these when my program closes without ending them. Like, are these just hanging around? Am I just starting a lot of captures that don't resolve? Because that's fun. All right. So it's this one. Session callbacks registered. EXT register session callback. Register frame callback. So this happens in two places. Session init, and then, yeah, then we do the round trip. Why is my copy paste just eternally busted? I wish that wasn't the case. Hello. How's it going? We need a WL display. Where do we have that thing? This is plain C. It's a mix. Okay, our WL display is just hanging out in main right now. What if I move it up? Um, bu- bu- uh, and then we'll take it up to the top. Oh, come on. Oh, cast. Yeah. Oh, don't return. With glasses, you'd see sharp. Yeah. Oh, look. Look. This is good. 340 by 634. Oh, that must be the fishing window that it tried to capture. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Let me see. If I close the fishing window. Yeah, look. Session stopped. Nice. Oh, it's so good. But I need that window back. Shouldn't have closed it. How else am I gonna fish? Nice. This is exciting. You're working. Building a game? No. It's screen capture stuff. So it works. So you're telling me it works. Okay, what are these things that I get? All right, what is a DMA buff? Can we learn about this? I'm under the impression that the DMA buff is the guy that I want. But I also don't know what it is. What are these structs that just like have no things? How do I see what things they have? Are they just empty structs? Do they just exist to be pointy? Perhaps. Oh, I'm lost. Where are we? Where's thing? Okay. DMA buff. Device array. We get an array of devices. It's a WL array. Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do with that. Linux DMA buff. Yes. So it's really generic. Okay. Which kernel subsystems can use and interact with the three main primitives offered by DMA buff? Sure. Oh boy. I wonder to what degree I need to do this thing. Like, is there any reference to a DMA buff thing in here? Oh. Only endure access. But that might not be true. Let me clone Godot. Code. That's a chunky clone. DMA buff for texture sharing. How to efficiently share textures across processes. Isn't it the first step to leak sensitive data? So the situation is the compositor has a buffer that represents what is on the screen, right? And I would like access to this buffer. So the interface for getting access to it is through a DMA buff. And then I can like take a peek at the picture on the screen. Is the idea. Will it work like that? I hope so. This is way out of my expertise. Check that your runtime has Linux OS. Yes, I have this. EGL extensions. Do I have this? I don't even have that program. Or that program. Sure. Give me both. Why not? Aha. What the fuck is that? Yeah. Oh. Ooh, was that supposed to be in there? I don't know. Uh, huh. Image external. Yeah, we got GL, EXT, EGL, image external wrap modes, whatever that means. Image DMA buff. Import, export, yeah, I've got those. Don't have this one. What is this one? But this is for OpenGL, right? We're not doing OpenGL here. I guess they are for this blog post. Yeah. What the hell is that? That's a crazy type. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, look at that. They made the picture go from one window to the other. Unresolved questions. Can the texture be updated from the client? I tried it and the server successfully renders the texture, but I'm not sure if this is supported by definition or just implemented this way. Yeah, I mean, it should be, because you should just have read-write access to the same buffer. Oh, that's crazy, actually. What would I even do with that information? That is scary. I don't think I want to write to the texture. I just want to look at it. Oh boy. All right. We have Godot now. Let's do a little searching for DMA buff. Okay, there's some DMA buff references in here. Third party Vulkan include. Okay, nothing in the main part of Godot. Jeez, why do I have so many? What? That was odd. Mm-hmm. Mm. external texture. GL OES EGL image external ESSL3. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if Godot supports this. But I feel like Vulkan does. Vulkan. VKEXT external memory DMA buff. It's ratified. This extension enables applications to import a DMA buff as VK device memory. This is great, but how have you integrated agentic AI nanomachines? I don't know what that means. How have I... How can I... There. Let me find out. Oh, it's not real. Okay, I don't have to worry about that then. That's convenient. That will save me time. Zemdo, what do you know about DMA buff texture sharing in Vulkan? You got any snippets I can copy paste? Never touched anything past OpenGL 1.3. Okay. Okay. That doesn't help me. Resolved. Features comparable to those in EGL-EXT image DMA buff import in EGL-EXT. Okay, what is EGL? First of all. I don't know what EGL is. It's my first time hearing of this. What is EGL? Embedded Systems Graphics Library. What? The underlying native platform windowing system. Huh. Well, I don't think I'm using this. I'm pretty sure I'm doing Vulkan everywhere. The Wayland Display Server Protocol uses EGL. Wait, oh. Okay, maybe there is some EGL involved then. Doesn't it just the API? Yeah, I mean, they should Title's a banger. Thank you, thank you. There's a WGL and a CGL and then the GLX and then oh my god, there's so many. Here, let's look at the helpful diagram. This ought to clear things up. All right, so if you got Inkscape running, that's going to use some W2EGL glue code to make the GTK talk to the Mesa 3D, which is something. And then you got the device drivers talk to the libdrm, talks to the kernel. They sure are all using EGL. But then, hold on, the Wayland compositor talks to the EGL. But then it also talks to these using Wayland. Yeah, okay. And what we're going for is we want to have my thing also talk to the Wayland compositor. And that's that. That is that. So that cleared pretty much nothing up. Maybe this diagram will clear it all up. I got a good feeling about this one. So where are we? All right, this is okay. 3D game engine. That's us. We're 3D game engine. We're gonna do Vulkan to talk to Mesa. What is Mesa? I don't think we're gonna talk to Mesa. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, I think we're in proprietary graphics drivers. Okay, so notice how game engine is completely isolated in the corner over here. We need to draw an arrow over. We need to cross from like. Here, hold on. Can we? This is what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Expand. This makes it all make sense. We want to go from here. Okay, that is not a big enough. How do you change the brush size in this program? I only just got this. I have no idea how to use it. Oh, I need the brush. That's why. We want to go from here. Cross over these lines. Fuck those lines. But also we want to go actually we just want to go the other way, if I'm being honest. We just want that. that's all we want. How hard could it be? Wait, Wayland client. Okay, actually, I lied. We're going to here. Or I guess now the arrow goes the other way, huh? No, the arrow can't. I like the arrow going this way because that's where the data ends up, is in the game engine. And then it goes to here. And then it goes blah, 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 down here. Nice. We figured it out. Years and years, as well as a complete rewrite of Wayland later. Wasn't too hard. Complicated incantation. No, all I want to make is red arrow. One red arrow. I mean, it does have to go pretty far, but I think, like, topologically, it's not going very far, right? Like, I think it's one jump. That's all we need. One good jump. Yeah. So simple. Now, I do wonder how it's going to work with these things. Hopefully they just like go what? Like shwoop, whoop, and then they come over to us. That's the hope. But you know, if we got to draw another arrow, fucking so be it. I don't think we do. I think that's the point of this box. The Wayland client already talks to Mesa, and your 3D game engine already talks to Mesa. I don't think that's the way. I think these are one-way streets. You'll notice that it's not a double ender. It's not one of these. I don't think we can get the data back out of the Mesa. Also, I don't think that's necessarily true because I don't think we're using this because I'm on proprietary driver right now. Not for any particular reason. But okay. This is the plan. The plan is simple. We just gotta make an arrow. How do we do that? Import export between DMA buff and VK device memory. It binds a VK buffer to a DMA buff. External memory. All right, let's get a external memory. Okay. There's it's it's mentioned a few times in the Vulkan. Anywhere in the Godot code would be great. Anywhere VK Android external memory Android hardware buffer. Okay. Volk. Shit. I don't know if we have this feature. Well, that might make it more difficult. This might not be extension territory anymore. This might be forking Godot territory. Which scares me a little bit more. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. How fun. Let's read this thing. What are you building? I'm yeah, screen capture stuff. Screen capture things. I really gotta start building things that are easier to explain. But we're in the weeds. We're we're having a good time. And yeah, once I figure this out, I swear we'll go back to things that are better content build. This is just the precursor. First you must build the stream and then you can stream. Famous ancient proverb by me. So what does this thing do? It's a texture 2D. It's got a mutable RID. This is a keyword in C++ now? Mutable? Was this always a thing? The M&M rule. Mutable and mutex go together. Huh. I've never used this. Rendering server, get singleton, texture external update. Yeah, this is where the goodies happen. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Be inside one of our rendering servers. What? It does nothing? Okay. What is this one? Oh, storage? Is it only implemented in GLES 3? I see. Or is this storage the same? Like, is there a Vulkan storage? No. Hmm. External initialize. Ugh. Let's just search for external texture. Right, there's camera feed. This is also something I need to look into. I don't know. It says it's on Linux nowadays. I've yet to try that out. But if it works, that'll be helpful. How does this work? We got a pull request. Only cameras with V4 L2 cap streaming capability. Right. I think that's what I'm using in OBS right now anyways. Oh, it doesn't use. Oh, this is ancient actually. This is one of those long term PRs. 3 years in the making. They're talking about Windows on the Linux thread. Add MJPEG support. I wonder how well this thing runs. I'm kind of scared to try it. Okay, what were we looking for? External texture. Displays the content of an external buffer provided by the platform. I don't understand how this works. But also, I thought Vulkan had Where's the actual Vulkan code? It's like rendering server, rendering driver. Context driver, device driver. Here we go. Man, Vulkan code. You love to see it. We don't actually use this extension, but some runtime components on some platforms can and will fill the validation layers with useless info, otherwise if not enabled. Okay. What about the rendering server the Vulkan the rendering device Vulkan rendering context Vulkan, this one? What about this one? No? Huh. Yeah. Thought there was in here. But maybe it was only in the D3D 12 one. Is it shared? Oh, here, shared. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what does this do? But I think this is for sharing Godot's texture out to the other things. Shared. Yeah, I don't really understand this function. So a texture ID for an original texture. Yeah, so it's a texture that Godot owns. Then what's a texture view? No one knows. RD texture view? Yeah. Vulkan DMA buff. Let's see. Ba-bum. Welcome back. Rust. Okay. Hmm. Cross-platform, cross-process sharing in direct mode with Vulkan. Why? Security. That's not why. Almost exclusively for VR. Almost. Certainly almost. Mm-hmm. Code. Kit memory FTKHR. Huh. Interesting. Be interesting to find this talk. What is this from? Mm-hmm. Developing a game streaming remote desktop tool. Okay, that sounds similar to my situation. One is related to video encoding using Vulkan video. Yeah, this looks busted. That's fun. Mm, God, I'm gonna have to like learn Vulkan, aren't I? From the top. I think that is gonna be the situation here. Oh, that's not what I wanted in here. Mm-hmm. Okay. You don't know why Linus dislikes NVIDIA? Um, they, I mean, they've kept their drivers proprietary. Um, for a long time, and like yeah, they're problematic contributors to Linux. Is basically what it boils down to. Hmm. Cross-platform API. Oh, is this a real thing? Okay, so Pipewire does use DMA buff. So I could use Pipewire and have a different sick and twisted API to deal with. Um, is there a Godot Pipewire thing? This is for audio and it's open. I don't think there is. I don't see why there would be. Yeah, I don't think Pipewire is gonna make it any easier. It's just a different API. You need glasses because you can't see sharp. Dang. Rython, what do you know about creating shared textures with the DMA buff using Vulkan? Trying to bridge WL roots and Godot. Have you done this before? Are you secretly an expert? What do you mean 0? Now, when you say 0, like, are you rounding down, or is it like it's like an actual hard 0? Don't like either C shell or Unix. Wait, what? You're in the wrong stream. You're gonna get in trouble saying that around here. No, that's fine. I suppose you're allowed to have your own opinions. I suppose that's fine. Creates VK image from DMA buff. Let's try to be a little more. Purely a memory sharing mechanism, doesn't actually provide needed APIs for importing images. Which has not yet been finalized, but this was 2018. So now we've got it. We have the thing. Hooray. Payton 4.2. I don't know what that is. What's that? Vulkan? I know. It's one of those days. One of the stare at all the funny Vulkan word names day. Hi, hello, just came to stop by to compliment the pun title. Bye. All right. Thank you for the compliment. Oh boy. How to invalidate imported VK image. Client submits DMA buffer to the compositor. Compositor imports a DMA buff as a VK image. Client updates the underlying buffer. Compositor reuses the same VK image. This is outside the scope of Vulkan, and instead in the domain of the client compositor protocol. Question here is really about VK images that are backed by a DMA buff. Question is orthogonal. Yes. Modules. Orthogonal again. Nice. Tiling DRM format modifier X'd. But in theory, you could just as easily use. Okay, this person seems to know what's going on. Maybe I just DM them. Be like, hey, help. Mm-hmm. Difference is the client must explicitly send the compositor protocol that would have otherwise been sent by VK Q present KHR. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I wanna take the pictures from the screen and put them into the game engine. That's all I want to do. Come on, how hard could it be? I didn't save my diagram. I should have kept my diagram. It's literally one arrow. It's just one arrow. Oh, hey, look who it is. I know this person. This is the person who made my compositor that I'm using. This issue is from the compositor's point of view, not from the client's point of view. Answer on GL is recreate the texture from the imported EGL image. Wait, is this who asked the question in the first place? It is. Okay. I didn't even notice that. That's so funny. I feel like I should just have started this project by emailing this guy. Being like, do you have any, can you point me to like 3 places in the code that I can use as starting points? If not, no big deal. An external image has at most one owner. The ownership transfers to from a VK device are managed with VK image memory barrier. Wow, did I just start streaming? Like why are we second and thirding? What happened? That's crazy. Okay. Don't follow why Q family foreign is necessarily implied by format modifiers. Given the rather dramatic perf implications of foreign versus external, this requirement is enough to rule out external for the use case of a Wayland compositor. Even if a compositor had a way to check that the DMA buff comes from the same underlying physical device, there's no guarantee that the client uses the same driver. External is essentially a no-op on our hardware. Foreign is very heavy. Since clients could lie about the UUID, what? I mean, I guess. What's this one? We're going to deprecate the export DMA protocol. I don't know what Cosmic Protocols is. Additional Wayland protocols and generated Rust bindings used by the Cosmic desktop environment. Okay. Sounds like I might have to do some reading around the Vulkan side of this because the doesn't seem like Godot implements the API that I need currently. So I will probably have to patch that in. And that's going to be tedious. I mean, the other option is the shared memory, but it's gonna be so much slower. I would love to do it all on GPU. It'd be so good. It would be so good. Who's this guy? Work on the Linux graphics drivers at NVIDIA. Huh. That would explain why he keeps popping up. Hmm. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do some Vulkan tutorials in the future then. Just to get some of the basic terminology into my brain. Before I try and do crazy things. But I think I'm gonna try to go to bed. Trying to unfuck my sleep schedule a little bit if possible. All right, Cougar Man's still alive. Perfect. I'll never see it coming. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.